So in Philadelphia, we have three predominant flooding issues, one being those from rivers and creeks throughout the city, the second being climate change, so that's sea level rise as well as severe storms that may impact the city. And then finally, we have infrastructure flooding from stormwater and sewer backups. The easiest way to figure out if you're in a floodplain, you visit the FEMA Map Service Center, or you visit the city's website, insert your address, and you'll see if you're in a floodplain area. One of the first things you do once you find out if you're in the floodplain, you can mitigate your risks by being prepared for a flooding event. You can elevate your utilities. If your property suffers from flooding, especially your basement areas, making sure that you install sump pumps prior to a flooding event. It's also important to just do general maintenance to your property. So clearing debris from your downspouts, or also looking at your landscaping. One of the key things to think about is if you are in a MAP floodplain, is acquiring an elevation certificate. This is a certificate that is used for insurance purposes to lower the cost of your premiums, as well as to identify how at risk your property is. The reason you need flood insurance is that your homeowners or renters insurance typically does not cover for any flooding events. So if you're not in a floodplain area, it's always recommended that you have flood insurance because there's always a chance of infrastructure flooding or some other flooding to occur in your property. And typically when you're not in a mapped area, flood insurance premiums are very minimal. 1 inch of floodwaters in your home can cause up to $25,000 worth of damage that would not be covered whatsoever if you just have a traditional homeowner's insurance policy or a renter's insurance policy. 20% of payouts in the flood insurance program are people that aren't even in a mapped area. So regardless of whether you live in a flood-prone area or not, flood insurance is always a great option.